Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel outside the target demographic. Today, as a treat, I have my grandfather's real lawnmower. So let's get started. I am impressed at the ingenuity and effectiveness of this thing. So basically, it is a real mower, and what it's going to essentially operate on is, So you want to talk about green. I have a 24 volt electric mower and of course the riding mower, but a way for me to get in shape, get out of the house, get some motion, not have to pay a gym for the privilege is a real mower. Basically what it's going to do is, as you push it, the barrel is going to spin, and much like a pair of scissors, you will have one blade of the scissor scraping against the other blade of the scissor, and it's going to cut in a revolving pattern quite efficiently, as you can see. And it does this really cool confetti effect. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. I really like it. And it applauds as you go. So let me kick it. If it picks up a stick, you'll have to kick it to get it in reverse. But as you start moving, you got this confetti effect going on. And you can see where I have and have not cut. It's actually cutting very, very nice, rather clean in addition. And it gives you these nice little clippings that, again, give you a little bit of a confetti celebration that you're getting stuff done. And arguably is better for your grass because you're cutting with a guillotine snipping effect versus a revolving blade maybe pulling on your grass, getting the vacuum effect, the lifting effect as the blade spins. So you can see I've done from here to there, and it honestly doesn't take too much work. I finely tuned this one. The thing you're going to run into is you have a couple adjustments. One is your height. So right here we have a bolt and we have 3 openings here. I believe just the one opening here. And you can adjust the height of this, we'll call it roller. The further down it is, the more it raises the scissor contact point and the taller your grass is going to be. So I'm cutting my grass. It's about 2 inches tall. And for those who don't know, every joint of your finger, 1, 2, 3, is about 1 inch. So I'm cutting it at about 2 inches high. To me, the taller it is, the more likely that the grass can have enough leaf to continue growing and maybe start cutting out some of the weeds from growing. So you have that adjustment. The next one you have is these 2 screws. So this one is kind of your limiter and this one is your adjuster. If I were to rotate this one, out, it would allow the blade to lift up and become closer to the real portion. The thing that forces it closer is this one. So as I push that down, it's going to rotate the cutting blade in, and the same on this side. And basically what you want to do, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed. In fact, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to. I'm going to set this right there, and you want to get it to the point where even slowly it just cuts that leaf cleanly. And you want to check it at, you have each one of these things. You'd want to check it at each point because you could have it sitting like this or like this. You want it sitting here. So you want it to cut just as closely here as there. And honestly, that took me about 3 weeks. This has been sitting in the garage for a while. I have 2 kids under the age of 5. Wouldn't recommend. Turns out they take up a lot of time. And I honestly forgot that I had this thing, but recently pulled it out. I did get a sharpener. You can see the silver here is quite a bit sharper. And I did lap it a little bit. You would spin it backwards like this with some polishing compound, and it will grind up against your cutting blade and make it nice and sharp. There are oiling portions on this one. This is an ancient boy. Right here is a lifty cap. And inside that lifty cap, you put a little bit of oil. Inside this lifty cap, you put in a little bit of oil. You can also do, I believe I put some in here for the cog mechanisms in there. And that's about it. So quite a bit quieter than a gas mower. No spark plugs, oil changes, dislocating your arm, trying to pull start it. This is a Federal 2 American lawnmower. I may need to look that up. Muncie, Indiana, maybe? Self-sharpening, self-adjusting, ball bearing. Well, one of those things is true. But once you get it tuned, it actually cuts pretty well. And again, you can see I am lined up, dead center of the screen. From here over, I've cut. From here down, I have not. And you can quite easily see where that path is. What I would suggest to you is it doesn't cut so well from here out. There's not really a lot of surface area. There's actually a noticeable gap right here, as you can tell. So I will usually put the freshly cut right here line along this spindle. So I'm essentially double cutting that 8-inch portion, and then on the way back I'll cut that 8-inch portion again, and that prevents it from having little tufts like right there, a little mohawk situation going. But 200-pound me, one-handed, once you get these things tuned, can quite simply push this, and this is taller grass. So once you get it tuned, it actually cuts very, very easily, and it doesn't even take that much effort to do it. I'm not huff puffing as I'm recording the video. Everything's cutting very nicely, and I'm impressed. I feel like if you can find one of these at a Goodwill or garage sale or Facebook Marketplace, something like that, it's definitely a good get. Gets you in shape. I have 2.5 acres. I will not be doing 2.5 acres with this, but gives you nice large clippings, and you can maybe rake it up and put it into compost a lot easier than what a typical mower would do, unless of course you have a bagger, and gets you some good energy, some good cardio, little bit of lifting, some strength there, definitely endurance. And it's actually relatively quiet compared to, like I said, the gas one. So you can listen to audio and podcasts and stuff a little bit easier without losing your hearing on that. So this is something that you can teach the kids to do. You can do. It's good exercise. You don't need to go get gas. You don't need to make sure you have gas. You don't need to make sure the gas isn't bad, isn't getting old. Putting additives to it, spark plugs, trying to get the damn thing to start. If you can push, it will cut. This is Outside the Target Demographic. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Any questions, comments, concerns you have, and experience with these. As I said, I'm relatively new to it myself. If you have any insights or experience with them, something that I didn't cover in this video, something I should need to know, go ahead and tell me in the comments section down below. So, as always, this is Outside the Target Demographic. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Questions, comments, concerns, comments section down below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.